Hello guys, it is your boy, the C to the Haitian R to the I to the S. It is Chris. Good. Now, if you're new to this channel, you don't know what to do, I want you to do something for me. At the end of this video or at whatsoever time you decide to leave this video, can you please give it a thumbs up or give it a thumbs down? Either ways, we are good. If you enjoy what I'm doing, if you appreciate what I'm doing, if you want to support what I'm doing, there's something you can do for me. Oh yes. When you look down there, you are going to see a subscribe button. When you hit it, you are going to see a notification bell. I guess you know what I want you to do now. Hit that bell. Thank you. Now, without wasting your time at all, today I want to tell you about a dream I had this early morning, when I woke up this early morning to say a few prayers and then I went back to sleep. Whilst I was dreaming, I want to take you along. I don't want to confuse you at all. But whilst I was dreaming, I can tell you I had a dream inside a dream. I don't know if some of you have had that before. I believe some of you have had. But in this dream, I had a dream inside a dream. So when I'm like interchanging them so you can follow me quite well. Thank you. And one more thing I want you to do at the end of this video is you can leave your comment below of your understanding, because that will be so helpful. Thank you very much. Now let's go. Now in this dream, I was dreaming inside this dream. Now whilst I was dreaming inside this dream, I saw myself in like this open street. And then I was like, you know what? I looked at the sky. I could see a shape of something. I don't know the shape of this light in the sky. But this shape, I don't know if this shape looked like a square shape or like a rectangle, or like a triangular shape. I don't really know, but I could see this shape, and it was burning like a light burning in that shape form, like in the shape of a triangle or a square. I don't know, but a light was burning in that shape. And then I was like, what is going on? So as soon as I saw that, as soon as that light went off, I could see different events started happening in the sky. I started seeing like different stuff going on in the sky. Stuff that I just cannot explain to you. I cannot put a hand to, I can't like say, oh, I understand this. But in a way, I knew what I was seeing, but in a way, there's no way I can explain that to you. I can't really explain what I was seeing, what was going on in the sky, but trust me, what I was seeing was scaring the living daylight out of me. I can tell you that for sure. It wasn't good at all. So I kept seeing like this different occurrence in the sky, like they kept unfolding one after the other, and then it feels like the whole sky was littered with different terrors. And like, you know, I don't really know. And then immediately after that, I woke up from that dream inside my normal dream. And then I was like saying to my colleague, I was like, you know what, I feel like something bad is about to happen. And then they were like, no, let's just move on doing what we're doing. I was like, okay, but I still feel like something bad is about to happen. And then you know what? We moved on doing what we're doing. And then as everyone was just going on about the business, before I knew, the shape that I saw, the shape of that light I saw inside the dream, in my dream, started manifesting straight away in the sky from the same location. And this time, everybody could see it, and everyone was perplexed. They were like, what's going on? What is this? This is strange. And then as soon as I saw that, oh, come on, I was all over the place. I started running from the beginning to the end of that street. I was shouting and shouting. I was shouting. I was like, you know what? Whatever you're doing, you have to come out for whatever you're doing. Trust me, I have seen this. I know what is going to happen next. I know what is coming next. You have to come out. You have to repent. You have to change. And then they were like, you know what? They felt like I was still joking. And then I was saying to them, I was like, you know what? I can stick my neck out for this. I know what is coming next, because I was 100% certain that was the next thing that was coming, because I already seen the same event already inside a dream, in my dream. So whilst I was shouting, some people was paying little attention, and then most of them weren't paying attention. So I feel like everyone was still indoor doing what they were doing. So at some point, I felt like the situation was getting worse, and then it felt like the sky was drawing closer. So that means it felt like the calamity or whatever, like the destruction or whatever it might be, was drawing closer to the earth. It was drawing closer. And then before you knew, most people, almost everyone ran out from that street. They all came out because at this point now, as I was talking to you, at this point, it felt like there was something. I don't know if it was like something like there was something actually restricting the clouds, like the sky, the terror and everything. There was not something actually holding it just above people's roof, above people's head. So there was like something restraining the calamities that was actually pending in the sky. Something was supernaturally actually holding it from not coming down, and everyone could literally see. I mean, you can almost touch the calamity if that was possible. You can almost touch the clouds with your hand because you could see it. And then everyone actually knew that, you know what, there's no way around this one. There's no way you can go. If this thing comes down, everyone gets swallowed straight away. There's no two ways about it. And so at this point, everyone came out. They were paying attention. They were like, I think they were like crying something. You could see how they were perplexed and everything. When I looked to the start of the street, I could see people, like multitude of people, like they came out. They had chairs outside. They were like sitting in a long row and they were waiting just to hear what I had to say. And then at this point, I was like, I was happy. I was like, oh, thank God, these people want to hear what I had to say. And then I was speaking to them. And so I was speaking to these people there. I was speaking to like there was like this house opposite me. And then these people opposite me, it felt like they knew me very much. It felt like I was a bit close to them. So I was facing them. I was speaking to them as well. And then I was speaking to them people from the other side of the street, like the road of the street as well. And then the more I was talking to them about Jesus and everything, I found out the sky started going back to normal. The sky started going up, like the clouds started going up. And then whilst I was talking to these people, I found out they stopped paying attention. As soon as the situation started going back to normal, these people was watching the situation all the way. They weren't even paying attention to me. And what I'm telling you now was about the people that was opposite me, that was in front of me, in front of this house opposite me. They weren't paying attention. That was when I knew they weren't paying attention to me at all. They were just looking at the situation up there. They were waiting for it to go so they can go back indoors. It felt like, most of them, they were watching movies. They were doing something. They were all doing this and that. As soon as this whole thing went back, boom, they disappeared into thin air. They all went back indoors. They flew indoors. They couldn't wait. They went back indoors, like they went back to what they were doing before. Because the thing is, they have been saved. They were crying to get saved from this destruction that was coming. And guess what? They got saved. They got saved from this destruction, but their heart was so far from God that they just couldn't wait to get back to the world. And now everyone in front of me, they all went back indoors into the house. So when I looked to my left, so when I looked to the start of that street, when I looked at the population of people there, the population actually went down. Like the population went down, but there were like few people there still waiting to hear. So as I was speaking, everyone, like, they all went indoors doing what they were doing. And then you have to listen to me. You have to pay attention to me now. What happened next was, this whole situation that happened, it took time to happen. It took time to develop to that stage whereby it got so serious. It took time for the whole event to happen in the sky, whereby then people actually saw it and then like repented. It took time. That took time, took a while. You get what I mean? But now, what happened next happened so quick. As soon as I went indoor, as soon as the whole sky was cleared, that like the cloud, like the cloud went back up. As soon as I went back doing what they were doing, trust me, as I was still talking to these people, the situation repeated again, and this time, in a split of a second, everything, the impending calamity came down. But I'm not gonna say anything further because trust me, I was woken up from that dream because I didn't know what happened, but I knew, I was 100% certain that the destruction came, that something bad or something worse came after that. Something terrible happened. You get what I mean? Because the thing is, in that dream, I was very much aware that if that calamity and everything going on, if it had come down, even me, myself, like everyone, there's no escape route at all. So that was what I did understood. I was like, you know what? Although I didn't see what happened next, but I knew this whole thing happened again so quick, and then it was coming down. And there was only one thing that could happen this time, because at that speed, there was only one thing that could happen. And so I woke up from that dream, and you know what? I don't know what's the meaning of that dream, but I feel like, you know what, some people, maybe God is delivering you. I feel like some people, like, they're not being honest with God at all. They're just praying to God for in times of trouble, like maybe just like the situation going on now. I really don't know. But you cannot play the hypocritic game with God. Honestly, I feel like that's what's going on. People are not paying attention. They just want to be delivered or saved, and they can't wait to go back to the old ways of living. And I don't really know what to say about that. But you can leave your comment below and tell me your understanding, what you see from this, what you understand. If you've got revelation about that as well, that would be very, very helpful. Yes, we can discuss about that, and I'll appreciate that very, very much. It's from your boy, to the C, to the H, to the R, to the I, to the S. It is Chris.